Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's sales at Oxford Stadium. There are a few alterations which I can just run you through, and the first of these occurs in trial 8, where lot 15, Blessed Star, has been withdrawn. So trial 8 will just be a solo for Good Jasmine. In the very next trial, trial 9, lot 18, Unrelenting, is now a non-runner, and there will be a solo for Ready, and they're off in trial 9. Then moving on to trial 19, lot 37, Droopy Spare, won't be here, and that will be a solo for Droopy's Cassia. In trial 21, Scratch, lot 42, Definitely Gone, and Reserve C, Diligently, will now run from box 5 in trial 21. And in the very last trial, which is a 650 metre trial, Still Moment is an absentee, and that will be a solo for Rapido Louise. So they're the alterations to today's sales. We will obviously mark your card as those alterations come up just before each trial. Start in a couple of moments' time. So the greyhounds are coming out onto parade for our very first trial of the day. Lot 1 is Obi Kenobi, who's a September 23 son of Ballahemican Jet, already a 4-time winner. Has a nice turn of early pace with wins around Shelbourne 29.10 and 29.32, and more recently at Mullingar in the 29.55, as well as Drumbo last time out in the 29.28. So he is just out of puppy status, but capable of winning races. And in trap 5, we have Dealish Mac, lot 2, June 23, son of Ballahemican Jet. Not got a win on his card as yet in Ireland, and he's probably just not quite seeing out the 5.25, but still clocked to 29.07 at Shelbourne Park, so he looks sure to be suited to this shorter 450 metre trip here at Oxford today. Greyhound's just behind the boxes. The greyhounds have now been given the office to be loaded up here for our very first trial of the day. Obi Kenobi in 2, Dealish Mac in 5. And the hare is now on the move. Hare runs then. For the first of the sales here at Oxford. Gates lift off and racing, and a decent break from Obi Kenobi up on the inside to pace up into the turn and set up a 4-length lead in front of Dealish Mac. So they swing out the second bend. Obi Kenobi run a good line there and has quickened right away and gone 6 lengths clear into the third turn in front of Dealish Mac, who's trying to hang on to make this distance a respectable one. But Obi Kenobi sealed the deal from Flagfault and has extended away to a good 8 to 10 length victory in the end. A nice performance to start off proceedings here at Oxford this morning. So the result of the first trials, first trap 2, Obi Kenobi wins in 27.07 and beat Dealish Mac by 12 lengths. And the sectionals there were 4.06 and 4.26. Next trial will be trial 2, where we have Drombeg Abbey, lot 3, wearing the blue, and Drombeg Chester, lot 4, in trap 5. Now, Drombeg Abbey looks a really promising June 24 bitch by Grangebury 10 out of Millbank Marcella, who was a 6 and 8 bend UK Open race start, who reached the final of the J&K Coach Tours St Leger in 2020. Produced some nice types in a maiden litter to Dorothy's Wildcat, including Millbank Lily, a 6 bend Open race winner at Central Park, and also Catch My Girl. So proven dam lines already, and Abbey posted a 29.34 Limerick when running out a wide margin winner the first 4 bend trial in her life recently. Lot 4, Drombeg Chester, was a full brother to Abbey and an equally promising sort, who posted a 29.37 at Limerick recently when trialling over 4 bends for the very first time. Greyhounds making their way to the boxes then for trial 2. The Greyhounds at the boxes then for trial 2. And the hare is now on the move. Hare runs then for our second trial of the day. Stand by. And away we go. And a good break on the inside from Drombeg Abbey, but better early is it from Drombeg Chester, who cuts right across towards the rails. Just a little shimmy at the first bend and just getting to know the contours here of Oxford. And this has allowed Drombeg Abbey to challenge at the halfway stage. But he's gone on again, Drombeg Chester, into that third turn. Just hesitating there on the bend and just causing Drombeg Abbey a few issues there off the last. He's gone on again now. Drombeg Chester wins the trial by 3 or 4 in the end. The result of trial 2 was first track 5, Drombeg Chester, won in 29.05, 29.05, and beat Drombeg Abbey 2 3/4 lengths. The sectionals there were 4.31 and 4.27. Next trial is trial 3, track 2, Mind Your Buzz. Unraced daughter of iconic Rory out of Newin Melody, who was a great winning sister to Newin Taylor, the 2020 Derby champion, Irish Derby champion, that is. And in track 5, we've got Proud Warrior, lot 6, no marks on his card, full brother to Mind Your Buzz. So there's two very, very young greyhounds here, lots 5 and lot 6 for trial 3. Head runs. And away they go, and a bright start from Mind Your Buzz, who quickly asserts and has a 2-length lead going into the first turn. Good bend though from Proud Warrior in behind to steer a wide course round the first 2 curves here at Oxford, but it's Mind Your Buzz still with this 2-length lead into the penultimate turn. Again, Proud Warrior in behind, just trying to get the grips with his sister, but she's kicked on here, and Mind Your Buzz has gone on to win by a good 3 to 4 lengths in the end from Proud Warrior, who was always on the back foot after missing the kick. Result trial 3 was first track 2, Mind Your Buzz, won in 28.18, 28.18, and beat Proud Warrior by 3 3/4 lengths. And the sectionals there were 4.26 for Mind Your Buzz and 4.33 for Proud Warrior. Just a correction there. The winning time for Mind Your Buzz was a 28.14, 28.14. So 28.44 across the line for Proud Warrior. Our next trial is trial 4. Nice trial, this one, with Clona Chief, drawn in track 3. Has been running out of trap 6 in a stake in Enniscorthy. No, in one stake, that is. Showing good early pace in the heats, and he couldn't quite get a clear run last time out. Mystical Batman in the stripes is a son of Grangeview 10 out of Mystical Luna, October 23. Unraced here, but Mystical Luna was a strong running open class performer on the track and has been producing some real quality performers with the likes of Short Grip in the 2023 Juvenile Derby runner-up, and Unanimous Rocks as well, who finished runner-up in the Gourmet Island Puppy Oaks in 2024, and the Cork Oaks this year. So Batman looks a highly promising prospect, and he's just got that 28.61 trial on his card around Limerick. So 2 nice youngsters here. And the hare runs for trial 4. Lids open and away and racing it is Clona Chief, who's dashed away from the boxes, steering that lovely middle course, and he's just got Mystical Batman on the back foot. Down the far side is Clona Chief, around about 3 lengths clear. Mystical Batman showing good middle gears now, starts to close round the last 2 curves. This is a trial on here as Clona Chief now has come under pressure from the 6 Mystical Batman, who's getting on top close home. Beautiful trial, that one. Mystical Batman showing that stamina from his mother, Mystical Luna. And Clona Chief with the early dash to suit maybe this 450 trip here at Oxford or just under. Result of trial 4 was first trap 6 Mystical Batman, won in a 27.22 and beat Clona Chief a length and 3/4. The sections there were 4.12 for Clona Chief and 4.39 for Mystical Batman. Shows you his slow break there, but he stayed on really nicely there. So it's a good trial 4. We'll now move on to trial 5, and the greyhounds are out parading and walking towards the starting boxes for this trial 5. Now, Skin Fade is an unraced April 24 son of Dramana Bucko out of I Am's a Dream, the UK staying star that's already produced I Am's a Dreamer in a maiden litter to Blame the Game. Dreamer's recently been competing in top grade and open class, and the word is that this second litter to Bucko are a nice litter. Had 1 4-bend trial on the card, posting a 29.16 around Derry. Now, How Are Never, lot 10, is a litter brother, totally unexposed, no marks on the card whatsoever, and could be a nice prospect here, being such a youngster with some nice breeding. So they are now going in for trial 5. Lots 9, Skin Fade, trap 3, lot 10, How Are Never, in the orange jacket of 5. So April 24, Dramana Bucko, I Am's a Dream is the breeding of this pair. Litter brothers. Hair approaches. And away we go. And a fairly level break there. Slightly better early pace from Skin Fade to assert into the turn. Only by a length, mind. And the brother now looks for a way past, but he just got held up there as he entered the second bend. And he's just lost momentum somewhat as Skin Fade now goes on. By 3 lengths now from How Are Never, who's trying to pick up. And he ran that bend a little bit better, you have to say, with clear daylight in front of him. Skin Fade, though, has got first run and goes on to win by 3 to 4 lengths in the end from How Are Never, who's a tad unlucky on the crown of the first and second turns. So the result of trial 5 was first track 3, Skin Fade, who got to the front early doors and beat Little Brother How Our Never by 4 lengths in the winners' time of 27.63. The sectionals there were 4.14 and 4.17. There wasn't too much between them going into the turn, but How I Never was probably considerably unlucky around the first 2 turns. Now moving on to trial 6, just to let you know, after this trial there will be a tractor break, so a short break while the track is regraded. But trial 6, again another interesting trial. We have lot 11, Droopy's Oblige, who's an unraced August 24 bitch, so very, very young indeed. And he's by top Australian stud dog Shimmer Shine, who, my memory serves me, was voted Victorian Dog of the Year. I think in 2021 that was. He was running against Tigalong Tonk and all the aeroplanes that we were all watching during lockdown. And Droopy's Lara is by Droopy's Got It. She's got a mother of Droopy's Gong. Again, she's August 24 as well. So well regarded by the Droopy's team, this one. It's a very nice trial indeed. 2 babies here on show for trial 6. Hare runs. Up go the lids, and Droopy's Oblige completely missed the kick, and Droopy's Lara has got first jump here and goes into the first turn with a big 4 or 5 length lead. And it's now Droopy's Oblige who's now trying to play catch up down the far side. Stripes of 6 then, Droopy's Lara maintaining this 5 length cushion into the third turn. Droopy's Oblige trying to pick up now coming off the last. Droopy's Lara with the big lead. Got a solo in effect because of that missed break from Droopy's Oblige. But to be fair, Droopy's Oblige has kept on nicely and kept that gap down to around about 5 lengths after completely and utterly missing the start. So the result of trial 6 was first trap 6, Droopy's Lara, who won in a 27.33, 27.33, and beat Droopy's Oblige by 5 1/4 lengths. And that was about the margin. If you look at the sectionals, Droopy's Lara actually went wallop and did a 4.04. But Droopy's Oblige, conversely, completely missed a kick and did a 4.32. So you can understand that Droopy's Oblige was always on the back foot, but I thought he stuck his head down really well to keep that gap down to 5 1/4 lengths. Those 2 youngsters, different litters, but both August 24 youngsters, something to maybe look at come auction time. Now there will be a tractor break and then we will resume with trial 7 shortly. So the track has been regraded and we now resume with our very next trial, trial 7. We have track 2, Rapido Alice, lot 13. No mark on her card. This July 24, daughter of Dear Jet Sydney, out of Scooter, a daughter of Alan Harper, who's well-proven producer of open class progeny. And Rapido Benny was an unraced May 24 son of Dorota's Wildcat out of Spooks Me, an unraced daughter of Palermo, and a full sister to Mr. Chelm, who was also known as Kildare, and a finalist in the 2022 English Derby. Benny is an open stroke competition class prospect, and his vendor believes is potentially the best greyhound he's sent to the UK sales. He posted a really smart 28.92 around Waterford. That's the only mark on his card. So the hare is now on the move for trial 7. Stand by. And away and racing, and it is Rapido Benny that broke smartly, moves into the middle of the track, cuts across on the turn there, and she got a bit lost in behind there. Rapido Alice just checked off somewhat, losing sight of the hare, but there is a furious pace set by Rapido Benny, who's going great guns now into the third turn, showing really good gears, this dog. Son of Dorota's Wildcat out of Spooks Me, a May 24 puppy, and he has fairly careered away with this trial. Rapido Alice probably got a little bit lost and a little bit green in behind, but Rapido Benny, very, very impressive indeed. Results trial 7 was first track 5. Rapido Benny won in a scorching 26.86, and he beat Rapido Alice by 19.5 lengths. Now the sectionals 4.26. Rapido Benny did a 4.10, so that was brute pace rather than smashing the lids down. Rapido Benny with that 26.86 is the fastest time of the day. Now, trial 8, we have our first alteration to the sale here today. Blessed Star lot 15 has been withdrawn, and this trial 8 will be a solo now for Good Jasmine lot 16, and she's a 2024 daughter of Serena Ace and Flaming Sahara. Has been extremely unlucky in the 2 races on her card so far. She's got nice early pace and plenty of improvement to come from that 29.02, which is the best clocking on her card in trial conditions on the 2nd of August. She is just behind the boxes now and loading up a solo then for Good Yasmin, wearing the orange jacket here. Hare runs then. And away. And it's Good Yasmin now just steering a middle to wide course there. And going around the first 2 curves, just moved off a little bit at the 2nd bend, but she's motoring this bitch down the far side. Good Yasmin showing nice pace. She's got a lovely action as well. Good Yasmin around the 3rd and 4th turns. Again, just edging off somewhat in the crown of the 3rd and 4th bends, straightening up and galloping on really well up towards the line. Good Yasmin in trial 8. That's lot 16. Yeah, she looked like she showed nice pace, good Yasmin, and she's clocked to 26.99. So it's a really decent effort there in solo conditions. And she clocked a 3.99 over the line as well. So good Yasmin. Nice early pacer there. Lot 16. So next greyhound out on parade is trial 9, and there is an alteration in this trial where Unrelenting has been withdrawn from the sale earlier on. So lot 18 not here. So we've just got lot 17 ready, and they're off as a solo trial for trial 9. Unraced February 24, son of Koblenz out of Marmac, who's an unraced daughter of competition class producing Dam Ballymac Petsy, reared and schooled by Brendan Matthews. He's already posted a 28.81 round Shelbourne, and he's a big dog, this one, so he can do nothing but improve. Remains to be seen whether he would be suited to Oxford or maybe a bigger gallop. But he's by Koblenz, who was a very, very fast Australian dog for David Gill in Geelong area of Victoria. Hare runs then. And away we go. And ready, and they're off. Just moves off on the run up into the first turn. He has got that big gallop. He's a big frame dog, isn't he? Just drifted off there on the crown of the first and second bend. Picking up nicely again, coming back into the middle of the track into the third turn. Let's see how he handles the third and fourth. Yeah, a little bit better this time. Getting used to the contours here. A work in progress. Big, long striding, galloping dog ready, and they're off. Nice effort that from the son of Koblenz. So a decent run there from the long striding ready, and they're off. He clocked to 27.13, and his sectional quite deceptive really, 4.09. He's just got that kind of covers a lot of ground, doesn't he? Ready and they're off. So an interesting lot 17 ready and they're off in trial 9. Now we move on to trial 10. In track 2 we've got Gaytime Mel, and he's an unraced November 23 son of Droopy Sydney out of Gaytime Tilly, whose maiden litter to Broadstone Bonner produced open sprint winner Beretta Clyde. And Mel again is another strapping 79-pound big lad, and he's already posted a super 17.57 trial round Cork. Just to let you know that the track record is Quietly, who's a very fast dog for Ian Riley. He clocked to 17.14, so that compares very, very favourably indeed, and a lot to like about this youngster in box 2 here in trial 10, lot 19. Now Gaytime Cara is lot 20. She's unraced. She's by Roman Turbo and Gaytime Derval, who was an open class track performer and proving themselves a brood bitch as well. Counted the likes of Gaytime Nemo, the 2023 English Derby champion. So it's easy to see why she'd be highly sought after for her efforts on the track and maybe in the breeding paddocks as well. Gaytime Kara's just got that one effort at Cork 29.59 trial. So again, really nice trial, this one. We've seen some exceptional performances so far today. We're about to see trial 10 here as the hare runs. Gates lift, off and racing. Marginal better break from Gaytime Mel, who's going to go into the first bend now and show the better early dash. Gaytime Mel from Gaytime Kara, who's around about 3-4 lengths behind now at the halfway stage. Gaytime Mel is going into the third turn now with this 3-length cushion from Kara, who's trying to pick up now coming off the last turn. Gaytime Mel is coming back to a rival now and just about holds on, but you can see there she's completely fallen in a hole on the run for the wire, and Gaytime Kara has galloped on strongly all the way to the pickup. Results trial 10, there was a win for Trap 2 Gaytime Mel, held on by a short head in the 28.20, 28.20. And the sectionals, Gaytime Mel with a 4.09, showing that nice early dash, and Gaytime Kara clocked to 4.19, 4.19, running on well in the closing stages. Now, next trial is trial 11. We've got Skilled Prince, lot 21. No marks on his card. July 24, son of iconic Rory Adam, New in Melody. We've already mentioned one of the Lissa mates. That's a full sister to the 2020 Irish Derby champion, New in Taylor. Mind the Buzz, who won her trial earlier on. And Club Dream is lot 22. Again, another Lissa comrade to the aforementioned pair. No marks on their card then, so inexperienced youngsters, July 24, plenty of improvement to come from the brother and the sister here, lots 21 and 22. They are now behind the boxes. And the hare runs for trial 11. Stand by. And away we go. Fairly level line leaving the boxes. And it's the better early pace from Skilled Prince, who goes into the turn. And he's set up around about a 3-length lead from his sister Club Dream, back in second out of the second bend. Down the far side then, Skilled Prince is asserting now, showing a real quickening turn of acceleration into that third bend. And he's now pulled around about 6 or 7 clear. Skilled Prince then, nice pace from this youngster. and he's going on to win this very, very nicely indeed. Skilled Prince wins by a big margin from his sister Club Dream, back in second spot. So the result of trial 11 there was first track to Skilled Prince, who won in 27.58, and he beats his sister Club Dream by 8 lengths. And the sexuals there, 4:10 for Skilled Prince and 4:16 for Club Dream. Now our next trial is trial 12, and just to let you know, we will be having a track to break after this trial, just to regrade the track. Now Hillcroft Mick is lot 23. He's a May 23 son of Caldovani Hoffer, and already a 2-time race winner in Ireland, including when he showed nice early pace to lead all the way around Lifford in 29.27. So he's got plenty of experience, this dog. He runs over the sprint trip and the 525 yard trip as well. Glasheen Zoe is lot 24. She's a May 24 youngster, a daughter of Dramana Bucko, had a Glasheen COVID, produced the top grade and upper class winning Glasheen Hunter in her October 22 litter to Broadsound Bono. She's young enough to improve, and just those 3 marks on her card. So again, a decent trial here, trial 12. Got the A6 winner Hillcroft Mick, who then went up into an A3. He's also been contesting S3, so he's kind of a good middle grader, Hillcroft Mick. Be interesting to see what he does against the less experienced Glasheen Zoe here. They're going in for trial 12. Herons. And away we go. And Glasheen Mick is the first to bounce out the boxes and show pace into the turn now. And he goes around about 3 or 4 lengths clear already down the far side. Good experience then from Hillcroft Mick. We know he's got that early dash in Lifford, and he's now gone around about 8 to 10 lengths clear from the less experienced Glasheen Zoe, who's coming off the last bend well behind now. But it is Hillcroft Mick that's gone on to score very, very nicely indeed. Result of trial 12 was first track to Hillcroft Mick, who won in a very nice 27.05, 27.05, and he beat his opponent Glasheen Zoe, lot 24, by 20 lengths. The sexuals down the card, 4:03 and 4:15. So that's around about the halfway stage then, and we've already seen some superb performances, notably in trial 7 where Rapido Benny showed all sorts of pace and won his trial by 90.5 lengths in a sparkling 26.86. We've seen some other very, very nice performances. Good Yasmin, she fairly flew round in her solo in trial 8, 26.99. Nice performance in the following solo, Ready and They're Off, a big kind of 39 kilo dog with a more galloping action, probably stay that little bit further than the 450 here today. Mystical Batman and Clone the Chief, that was a real taking trial in trial 4 where Clone the Chief showed the early dash and Mystical Batman came flying through late in the day. And we've seen some youngsters perform nicely. Droopy's Lara, Droopy's Oblige from the Dunphy range. Mind Your Buzz earlier on for one of those kind of more middle graders, if you like, a work in progress in trial 3. So there's plenty of nice performances today, but that sparkling performance from Rapido Bunny, who topped the sales, lot 14. Be a break now, and we'll come back after this break with trial 13. So we're ready to resume trials, and we come back with trial 13, and out walking towards the boxes now on parade is Stone Park James, lot 25. Zone raced June 24, son of Caldavani Hoffer, and from the maiden litter of Stone Park Molly, an open race class daughter of the competition class producing Damn Adamant Gem. Lovely looking blue and white dog. And Stone Park Flower is lot 26, who's an unraced sister to James here. So brother and sister in trial 13, lots 25 and 26. Stone Park James, Stone Park Flower. All locked and loaded, and the hare is now on the move. So at the halfway stage here at Oxford, we're away. At level line, it's James up on the inside with a marginal lead from Flower. And James up on the inside now goes 3 parts clear, but she's running a good bend there, Stone Park Flower. And only a length behind coming out the second turn. Into the third bend then, Stone Park James, just extended now to a length and a half lead. She's back for more against Stone Park Flower, wide on the track, trying to make a trial of it. And up towards the line now, this has got to be close. And Stone Park Flower gets on top. Wins by about a length in the end from Stone Park James, who just run out of puff in the closing stages. Nice trial, that one, trial 13. Result of trial 13. First track 5, Stone Park Flower, came from off the pace to win in 28.14. She beat her brother by 1 length. The sectionals down the card, 4.27 for James and 4.30 for Flower. Now our next trial is trial 14. In track 2, we have JK7, who's lot 27, a really promising unraced March 24 son of Dramana Bucko out of Droopy's Lorry, who's an unraced daughter of competition class producing Droopy Saab. And JK7 posted a 29.14 round court recently, and he could be above average, this fella. He's a full brother to Droopy's Trigger, who is also a 3-time winner on the open race scene in the UK, with wins at Sunderland and Newcastle. Take 10 for 9 is lot 28, a July 23 son of Malachi, who is a race winner around third. It's in a 29.72. He's got a 29.57 on the card at Clonmel as well. And he's a wide runner as well, which might be a bit of a bonus somewhat. So trial 14. All loaded, checked over, and the hare is now on the move for trial 14. Lot 27, JK7. Lot 28 is Take 10 for 9. Lids rise off and racing, and a bright start by JK7, but early pace from Take 10 for 9 now to wrestle the lead into the first. Oh, we just run off a true line there, and he's allowed the 2-dog JK7 to have the lead now coming out the second bend and quickened away into the third turn. JK7 then with around about a 5-length advantage now, extending away. And again, Take 10 for 9, not running the bends brilliantly well here. First look at Oxford. That'll come, mind. but it is a runaway victory in the end for JK7. Result trial 14 was first trap 2, JK7, who won it in a 27.19, 27.19, and beat Take 10 for 9 by 13.5 lengths. The sectionals there were 4:02 for JK7 and 4 dead for Take 10 for 9. The next trial will be trial 15. Lot 29 is Ghost Mode. Reserve race, son of April 24, littered out of Dramana Bucko and Iam's Dream. And he, obviously looking at his breeding, probably will be a staying type in the future, but no marks in his card so far. And Up North, who's a full sister to Ghost Mode. So no marks on their card for this pair. April 24 puppies, and they're now out on parade and walking towards the starting traps. So loading up process is well underway then for trial 15. 2 youngsters here. No marks on their card. And the hare is now on the move. Hare runs. And away we go. And a better break from Up North up on the outside. Pacing up though is Ghost Mode now to challenge into the turn. And Ghost Mode will now go on. So the brother leads the sister around the first 2 turns. He just ran off a little bit out there. Still more middle course Ghost Mode. And goes into the third bend now with a 3-length lead from Up North, who's trying to keep this margin down to a respectable distance as they swing off the last turn. Ghost Mode is going to go and score nicely in the end. Showed a decent amount of pace there, Ghost Mode, for a youngster. Has beaten Up North by around about 4 lengths or so. Just watching him, he's really galloping on well round the drop as well, isn't he, Ghost Mode? Good performance there. Results of trial 15's first track 3, Ghost Mode, who won in 27.73 to 7.73 and beat Sister Up North by 4 3/4 lengths. The sectionals there down the car 4.17 and 4.16. Next trial is trial 16. Track 2 is Dakota Gold, who is an unraced 24 July whelp. She's by Ballyhemmock Jet out of Good Diva, and Dakota Gold is a full sister to Blessed Star, who was withdrawn from the sale earlier on. So she is responsible, the dam, for Iceman's Girl, who was a finalist for Girl in Price in the 2024 English Oaks. So a good breeder from the Kennedys, and not only for the track but also in the breeding paddocks as well. Cannonball Queen is another from the Kennedy team. She's unraced 24 July 24 daughter of Sign It Ace at a Dealish Oreo. And Oreo's maiden litter to Good Cody contained plenty of good class dogs, including Oreo Ollie, who reached the final of the Lee Strand. Of course, he was in the Derby as well. Obviously showing good speed. Dealish Oreo throwing nice pacey types. Cannonball Queen could be another. They are now loading up then for trial 16. So July 24 whelps from different litters here from the Kennedys. Hare runs. And away we go. And a good break from Cannonball Queen, who's flown out the boxes. Switching on the outside now to challenge is Dakota Gold into the turn, but just runs off wide there on the crown of the bend. And Cannonball Queen has skipped on to be a 3 or 4 length leader at the halfway stage. From Dakota Gold is very green in behind. She's kind of taking different lines as well, showing signs of greenness, the blue jacketed Dakota Gold. Cannonball Queen made all and has won by a big wide margin there in trial 16. So the result of trial 16 was a win for track 5, Cannonball Queen, in a 27.74 to 7.74, and won by 10 lengths from kennelmate Dakota Gold. The sectionals there were 4.27 and 4.18 for the winner, Cannonball Queen there. Showed a nice turn of early pace for a youngster. Now we move on to trial 17, and we have Rapido Jane, which is lot 33. She's unraced May 2024 daughter of Dorota's Wildcat out of Spooks Me, an unraced daughter of Palermo. Again, that breeding, which includes Mr. Chelm, also known as Kildare, was a finalist in the 2022 English Derby. No marks on the card for Jane so far. But of course, she's a full brother to Rapido Benny, who was the fastest time of the day earlier on. And we've also got Rapido Spy. Now, she is a daughter of Grangeview 10 out of Chelm's Ramona, who was an open class bitch who reached the final of the Munster Oaks in 2024. This is a maiden litter, but it's worth noting that Rapido Stan, who you probably follow our sales, was sold for £5,100 at the Romford sale. So again, nicely bred youngsters here. The hare runs for trial 17. And away we go. And Rapido Spy has flown out the boxes, leads into the turn. Pace shown by Rapido Jane. She's just going to run off a true line, following in behind Spy. And it's Rapido Spy that goes on down the back straight with a 4 to 5 length lead from Rapido Jane. He's a bit of a hurry here, isn't he? Rapido Spy has accelerated away now. He's shown a good quickening touch, this dog. Rapido Spy has gone right away, and she's done it really, really well. Rapido Spy, impressive, and beats Rapido Jane by a wide margin in trial 17. Result of trial 17 was first track 5, Rapido Spy, who won in the 27-12. Nice performance there. Beats Rapido Jane by 8 lengths. The sections there were 417, and the winner did a 408. So our next trial was trial 18, and we will be having a tractor break after this trial, just to let you know. That'll be the third and final tractor break of the session. So trial 18, we have trap 2, Can Ya Yes I Can, lot 35. It's just 2 races on the card for this February 24 daughter of Mustang Jet out of Can You Go For It, who was an open class pitch over 6 and 8 bends. She might just improve for stepping up in trip. She just had those 2 efforts in the 0-2 comp at Clonmel recently. Stormy Bluey, lot 36, as Jan 24 son of Glengar Bale. I had a Stormy Cheeky, a big strapping 80-pound dog who's need probably plenty of time to grow here, but he could be a work in progress on a bigger circuit maybe. Let's see how he handles Oxford then, because the hare is now on the move for trial 18. And away they go. Fairly level line leaving the boxes. Marginal lead for Can Ya Yes I Can into the turn. Will take the inside line. Just actually runs off a little bit. Takes the ground of Stormy Bluey somewhat. As they come out the second bend, they're locked together down the back straight. Yes I Can. Just narrowly from Stormy Bluey is up on the outside to challenge and steering the wider course now and just noses ahead at the 3/4 pole. Stormy Bluey has gone on and kicked clear in the closing stages. A nice performance from Stormy Bluey to come from off the pace to win the trial. Trial 18, Can Ya Yes I Can, just having to take second spot on the run for home there. You can see Stormy Bluey full of running right the way round to the pickup. Results trial 18 was first track 5, Stormy Bluey, coming from off the pace to win it at 27.52. And beat Can You Yes I Can by 3.5 lengths. The sectionals there were 4.11 for trap 2 and 4.13 for the 5. There'll now be a tractor break, and we will return with trial 19, which will actually be a solo for Droopy's Cassia following the withdrawal of Droopy's Spare earlier on in the day for trial 19. Solo now just for Droopy's Cassia. So the track has now been regraded and we're ready to resume the final session with trial 19. This is a solo trial for Droopy's Cassia now following the withdrawal of lot 37 Droopy's Spare earlier on in the day. So Droopy's Cassia is an unraced June 24 daughter of Dramana Bucko out of Droopy's Limini, who was an unraced daughter of the open class producing Dam Limini, who counts the likes of Jack's Little Thing, who won the 2021 Ball Sports Champion Plate alongside a lot of other big race victories. So some decent breeding for Droopy's Cassia. The hare now runs solo in trial 19. And Cassia has come out of the boxes nicely. She's staying wide as well into the first turn. Now comes across, as all good dogs do. She just drifted off a little bit again out the second bend. And down the far side, chasing well. And Droopy's Cassia with that sort of called middle to wide course, really, isn't it? Just coming off the last bend now. And coming home nicely. Yeah, she certainly could be classified as a middle to wide runner, I guess. But a nice performance from Droopy's Cassia, lot 38 in trial 19. So the time for Droopy's Cassia in trial 19 was 27.57, 27.57, and the sectional there was 4.11, 4.11. The next trial will be trial 20. They're already leaving the paddock and out on the track for this next trial. And again, a couple of youngsters. We've got Trap 2 Proud Rory, lot 39. She's got a totally blank canvas to work from. She's July 24, and the son, he is a son, I should say, of Iconic Rory out of New in Melody. It's that similar breed of the two, New in Taylor again. And we already mentioned Mind Your Buzz and Skilled Prince, who both won their trials earlier on in showing nice pace. So it's a decent litter, this. And Blue Robin, lot 40, is another litter comrade. So brother and sister here, Proud Rory in 2 and Blue Robin in 5 as they make their way to the starting boxes for trial 20. So greyhounds behind traps in for trial 20. Brother and sister here. We've already seen plenty of the litter. Trial 11, notably lot 21 Skilled Prince won his trial at 27.58 earlier on. Let's see how these comrades get on. Hare runs. Gates lift off and racing and bombing out the boxes is Blue Robin, who is now usurped for pace into the turn by a brother. And Proud Rory now goes on, just runs off a true line, took a grand round the first and second bends, and he's quickened on down the back straight now. Proud Rory has gone into a 4 or 5 length lead now. Proud Rory it is, still with this cushion of 4 lengths swinging for home. And up towards the line, Proud Rory maintaining the gallop all the way to the line. Blue Robin tried to edge closer, but couldn't bridge the gap, as staying on nicely round to drop, it has to be said, Blue Robin. Proud Rory wins trial 20. Result of trial 20 then was first trap 2, Proud Rory, wins in 28.07, 28.07. And the distance there, 4 lengths. Sexuals down the car, 4.28 and 4.22. Now, our next trial is an alteration. Trap 5, Definitely Gone, has been withdrawn from the sale. And Reserve C, Diligently, will now run from trap 5. So let's just take a look at this pair. Trap 3, Unmistakable. The Jan 24 Sonica Blent out of the Superstar bitch, which is Unlock. She's proven herself as a producer of top class open race competition dogs. It's got a nice turn of early and middle pace, this dog, and he has also got a 21.52 effort in Dundalk last weekend. Now, Reserve C, Diligently. Unraced April 24 son of Drummondine and Penny's Lauren, who has got some impressive trials on the car, 29.24 at Shelburne and 21.41 at Dundalk. So they should be closely matched, this pair. And they're loading up for trial 21. Unmistakable, lot 41, and Reserve C, Diligently, as the hare runs for trial 21. Gates lift off and race into a fairly level line. The better pace those coming from the white dog, Unmistakable, into the turn to lead by a length and a half from Diligently, who just ran very wide out the second bend, lost a bit of momentum in doing so, but she's gathering pace down the far side and into the third turn now. It's Unmistakable with a 2-length lead from Diligently, who's now trying to come there off the last turn, but galloping on well. Unmistakable keeps on nicely in the closing stage, steering a middle course. Unmistakable, and wins by 2 to 3 lengths from Diligently, who came off the subs bench. Trial 21, the result. First track 3, Unmistakable, who wins in 27.07, 27.07, and beat Diligently by 2 1/4 lengths. The sexuals are very good there, 4.03 and 4.08. A couple of pacey types there. And eye catchers in trial 21. We move on to trial 22, and they're out on parade already and going towards the signing boxes. Lot 43 is Johnny O. And Johnny O is an August 23 son of Good Cody out of Knowles Camino, who's a proven dam of open class dogs. Johnny O has competed in top grade sprints and already a 3-time winner round Drumbo Park. So you fancy he might be suited to Oxford or Romford or something like that. And Droopy Samara is lot 44, a March 24 son of Ballyhemmock and Jet out of Cornetto. It was a super open race class before on the track and the full sister to Havana Lover, who landed the Ledger in 22. So some nicely bred types here. Trial 22, the hare runs. And away we go. A level break between the pair of them, but the better early dash from Johnny O with that early zip into the turn and sets up a 4 or 5 length lead already. He's accelerated away here and showing really good speed. Johnny O has gone on by the best part of 6 or 7 lengths at the halfway stage from Droopy Samara. Just can't go the gallop set by Johnny O. Impressive turn of early dash here, and he's seeing the trip out lovely here over 450 metres. Let's watch now Droopy Samara if she can bridge the gap round to the drop. But Johnny O, electric early dash, and has done it very, very nicely indeed. Yeah, she is staying on round to the pickup. So the result of trial 22 was first trap to Johnny O, who was recorded the second fastest time of the day with a 26.88 on that performance. Very, very stylish indeed. He won by 8.25 and beat Droopy Samara, who did stay on after the line round to the pickup. But there's sexuals there, 4 dead, 4.00 for Johnny O and 4.12 for Droopy's Samara. So we move on to trial 23, which is lot 45 Dealish Lily and lot 46 Ballydorgan 1. I just preempt this before we get to trial 24. It's a 650 trial, by the way, and Still Moment isn't here, so it's a solo for Rapido Louise, will be the 24th and final trial of the day over that 6-bend trip. But let's concentrate on this trial 23 then. Dealish Lily, October 23, strong running daughter of Ballyhimmikin Jet and Leah Scarblia, who's an open class performer herself, who's looks like she's passed on plenty of ability to offspring with Flyers Mini, who's a full sister to lead, already winning in top grade open class company. So breeding's there. Posted a 29.06 in a trial at Cork on Friday evening, and literally could be anything. Track 5, Ballydorgan 1, on August 23, daughter of Ballyhimmikin Jet, 3 times race winner in Ireland, and she has demonstrated early pace and always led victories around Youghal in 29.15 just a couple of weeks ago. So interesting wide running type. So trial 23, all locked and loaded, and the hare runs. And away we go, and bouncing out the boxes quickly is Dealish Lily, who goes into a 4-length lead already from Ballydorgan 1, who does steer a wide course there. Just run off a little bit, Dealish Lily, on the front end, just getting used to the contours here at Oxford, but she's straightened up now and showed good straight line speed into the third turn again, and she must have a 5 or 6 length lead from Ballydorgan 1, who's trying to keep close tabs now after that slow break, but up towards the line. Dealish Lily makes all in the 23rd trial of the day. Result trial 23 was first track 3 Dealish Lily, who won in 27.61, 27.61. Won by 5 1/4. Ballydorgan won in behind. The sectionals there 418 and 443. And the 24th and final trial of the day will be over 650 metres, a 6-bend trial. Still Moments been withdrawn, so it would be a solo for Rapido Louise, lot 48. She's just got the one trial on her card, a wide margin victory round Waterford in a 29.07, which would probably put her in about an A2 grade event, but she's staying on well, and this 650 is obviously going to suit her. Really well bred. Spooks Me is a full sister to Mr. Chelm. So this litter are a pretty decent litter, aren't they? The Rapido prefix. Droopy's, Derocha's Wildcat out of Spooks Me and May 24. So very, very young litter, but talented litter. So next trial will be over 6 bends. And away. Just missed the kick slightly, leaving the boxes. Rapido Louise didn't time the break at all well, but she's picked up nicely now. Just steers a middle to wide course on the bends. She's straightened back up into the middle of the track on the straights. Just watch how she handles the third and fourth turns. Well, much better than the first. She kind of got a little bit lost, I think, leaving the boxes, and she's had to gather herself, and now she's picking up nicely. Steering that middle course now, round bends 5 to 6, taking the bends much, much better and getting used to the track here at Oxford as she learns on the job. And a good performance there from Rapido Louise from a really smart litter. The trial 24, the result for Rapido Louise, the time was 39.90, 39.90, and a sexual there was 15.41. So let's just have a quick review of some of the performances today. Well, the fastest time was Rapido Louise's brother, Rapido Benny. Lot 14 in trial 7, he clocked a 26.86. We just saw a real admirable effort from Johnny O, showed good early dash. He's been running in good class sprints in Newbridge and Drumbo, and he clocked a 26.88, so he matched that quite stylishly there. Unmistakable in the previous trial, clocked a 27.07, big galloping type. 27.12 effort from Rapido Spy, who's a Grangeview 10 April pup. Showed nice pace on that occasion. And Hillcroft Mick, who was a recent winner at Lifford, he clocked a 27.05. So plenty of decent efforts, ready and they're off, maybe a more galloping type. He was lot 17, clocked a 27.13. And probably one of the decent trials of the day was Mystical Batman, lot 8, beating lot 7 Clone Chief in a really well put together trial. 27.22 effort from off the speed for Mystical Batman. So plenty to like about, plenty of greyhounds to suit all types of pockets here today. The auction will start very, very shortly indeed.